Are we at peak earnings? This report that AMAT put out yesterday was awesome. Just straight up, this report was awesome. You could see AMAT actually leaked into the close. When the report came out, it actually fell more. Now it's kind of holding sideways here, basically holding the low, the impulse low from yesterday. And so, good report. Stock still sold off. I mean, revenue was up 25% year over year to a record $9+ billion. It's just, it was a really good report again for this company. I hate to say it. And I'm just wondering, if this is the reaction that we get with a really good report. I would have loved to have seen this challenge the 50-day moving average today. And in fact, the chart would have been extremely constructive if we could have got above that, closed above that, and then maybe made a run for some of those highs. But instead, we're down 5.5% today. Sure looks like we're going to test the 481 100-day moving average. We'll see if we find some support there. It's also worth noting on AMAT, we have a trend line that really goes back, I think, right back, the end of 2025. What we'll do here is we'll actually extend this trend line out, making sure we keep our anchor point from the March 31st low. We'll see if that provides some support or if it's going to be the 200-day that actually catches this. Well, I'm definitely going to watch AMAT today and see how it trades. I'm very curious about that. Lion said, Ryan, AMAT put great earnings and guidance, but Lion, I'm not repeating comments like that. Come on, man, get it together. All right, so this report, really good. Stock market reaction, not really good. Let's dive into the report itself. Applied Materials reported Applied Materials reported third quarter revenue of $9.12 billion. That was above the analyst estimates of $8.99 billion. Adjusted earnings of $3.50 per share also topped estimates of $3.40. Revenue rose 15% sequentially and 25% from a year earlier. Adjusted gross margin reached a record 50.4%, up 150 basis points year over year. That marked the company's 13th straight quarter of year-over-year gross margin expansion. Adjusted operating margin also hit a record 34%. That is up 330 basis points from a year earlier. The company generated more than $3 billion in operating cash flow and $2.3 billion in free cash flow. Applied Materials returned $860 million to shareholders through $420 million in dividends and $440 million in share repurchases. The company had $12.8 billion remaining under its buyback authorization, and it continues to target returning to 80 to 100% of free cash flow to shareholders. Semiconductor systems revenue reached a record $7 billion. That's up 18% sequentially and 27% year over year. Growth was driven by capacity additions for gate-all-around and FinFET technologies. DRAM revenue, including high bandwidth memory packaging, jumped 52% from a year earlier to a record. The company also reported record revenue across several materials engineering businesses. Like I said, man, this report was good across the board. Semiconductor systems adjusted gross margin rose 190 basis points year over year to 55.4%, and adjusted operating profit climbed 45% to a record $2.7 billion. Applied Global Services revenue rose 22% to a record $1.8 billion, helped by subscription services and strong demand for transactional parts. Its gross margin increased 180 basis points to 35.6%, while operating margin rose 280 basis points to 30.1%. China accounted for 26% of semiconductor systems and Applied Global Services revenue. Applied Material expects growth in the region during 2026, supported by 28-nanometer foundry investments. Meanwhile, the company launched 6 products during the quarter. The new system target DRAM, high bandwidth memory, advanced packaging, and e-beam applications. During the earnings call, Applied Materials said the rapid build-out of AI infrastructure is giving the company unusually strong visibility into future demand. Management said some customer conversations now extend out to 2030, while longer-term commitments and rolling 8-quarter forecasts have improved planning, Based on what it called unprecedented visibility from customers, Applied Materials said it expects another strong record year in 2027. Applied Materials expects fourth quarter revenue of $10.25 billion, plus or minus $500 million. That compares with analyst estimates of $9.54 billion. The company's forecast adjusted earnings of $382 to $422 per share, compared with an estimate of $389. Applied Materials expects semiconductor systems revenue of $7.9 billion and Applied Global Services revenue of $1.84 billion. Management expects AI infrastructure spending to support multi-year growth in leading-edge logic, DRAM, and advanced packaging. Those three areas are expected to represent about 80% of wafer fab equipment growth in 2026 and 2027. The company has nearly doubled its manufacturing footprint and aims to double quarterly systems output by 2028. So again, the reaction to the stock, the way it's trading, does not jive with the report itself. There was a lot of really good things here. The mix obviously remains AI favorable. Its earnings are great. Its margin is expanding. I mean, management color was good on the report. Just a lot of really good stuff here. And this basically is showing that the AI trade is absolutely still on.